Welcome back for another review in the Hot Wheels room. Today I'm looking at Greenlight exclusives. These are hobby exclusives for the most part. You can tell because they have that green holographic exclusive sticker, or part of the packaging anyways, up in the top right corner. And we've got some really nice pieces here that we're going to look at today. All of these vehicles coming out of the package for a full review as always. A really nice Firestone exclusive of the 1974 Ford F-250. This is an Acme Trading Company exclusive. The rest are all just regular exclusives. I find these on eBay, but certain sellers sell them elsewhere online at their web stores. Some really nice Oldsmobile Vista Cruisers. A GMC Vandura van. Haven't seen too many with this full custom type design, so that's always nice to see. And let's get into this review. Now for a quick look at the packaging. Oftentimes these exclusives don't have too much going on the back, but we'll take a look anyways. Here's that Firestone truck, big old Ford. Not much on the back. Next up, this is really cool, the Highway Patrol 1975 Ford F-100 with push bar. And on the back, not much. Probably my second favorite out of the smaller trucks here is the Indianapolis 67th 500 1983 GMC Sierra Classic 1500. This one's the cream version with the two-tone brown on the side. There's also a silver version with a very similar tempo, and I am looking for that one currently, so it probably will be in a future exclusive video I show. Got kind of a cool picture, historic picture here, and the winner, number 5 winner. Alright. This one's really neat. The packaging is a bit strange. It's got this big card going on that kind of juts out to the side. An unusual packaging for Greenlight. And this is a really nice piece. The 88 Ford Mustang 5.0 liter. I don't have any of these castings. This is a new one to me. I see that there's a whole bunch of colorful exclusives, but they are very expensive online at the moment. $20 plus per car. And for that reason I haven't picked them up. I'm not really sure why they're so expensive. I don't think Greenlight's doing anything less than several thousand releases of each vehicle, so it doesn't really justify why the pricing is. How about the Fire Am? Now this one has some cool history for the 77 Pontiac Firebird TA Fire Am. You can see it's got really interesting, unique livery on the hood. And of course all the other details, limited edition. On the back, got some information on that. It's kind of cool. You can pause on that if you like to know why it's called the Fire Am. And we've got this original vehicle. There's a whole bunch of history on this car as well if you care to learn about it. The 77 Plymouth Fury Orange City Taxi with only 7 miles on the odometer. I think this was a barn find or something. They don't have a... Well, I think that is an actual picture. It's an actual picture of the car. So there you go. Apparently this car was found kind of in pieces, and I'm not sure if it's being restored or not. But there's quite a history on that one if you want to learn about it, like I said. Going back to the 500, this is for the 56th 500, 72 Oldsmobile Vista Cruiser in a cream color with gold and gold hubcaps or wheels. Actually, they're alloy wheels. Number 66 winner in 1972 on the back. Now this car was released previously, or around the same time perhaps, an official pace car, but this one's all white with different stripes. So I had to go back and pull that one out, as I probably will with that one when I get the silver version. Just figured I'd bring it out while we're looking at these beauty Vista Cruisers. Here we have the 1970 Oldsmobile in the ambulance. Waco, Texas. A1 ambulance. Nothing on the back. Finally, the GMC Vandura from 1983. Really nice piece. Lots of custom parts on this one. Available at the time when these vehicles were thundering around on the roads all the time. You are a vanner. Now we got some cool information on the back here, and you can pause on that if you like. First truck we're going to look at is this GMC square body pickup truck. What an absolutely beautiful casting, and they've been doing lots of these castings, Greenlight. I've also seen Auto World and M2 making some really nice castings. Hot Wheels got a casting, but this one really shines from Greenlight. It's a really authentic piece. Extraordinary details all the way around. It's got a 2-piece body, so you got a separate box and cab, leaving lots of custom options open, as well as future variations from Greenlight on how they use this truck, perhaps a ramp truck in the future. I would love to see a tow truck with this model personally. I think that would be absolutely amazing. But as you can see, it's a nice heavy piece. It's got somewhat simplistic details on the base, but still decent enough, and it's quite heavy, so you can really see the details in the front especially, and the authentic wheels with those Goodyear tires. While we're looking at pickup trucks, let's look at this older Ford. No opening parts on this one either, but another really nice heavy casting and lots of detail. Base also kind of simplistic. You can see it's got the pinholes around the front and rear axles. That's because this truck has been used as a monster truck, and also for future off-road vehicles with larger tires, but especially with the this is a newer Ford, similar platform. You can see how Greenlight has cleverly made this plastic chassis, showing lots of drivetrain detail, suspension, and of course the axles. And this way they don't have to cast a whole big globular metal base for these monster trucks and other lifted vehicles. So we've kind of gone right into the review of this one now. Check out all the details in there. Some nice little gas cans, fuel cell, batteries. I should say those are batteries actually, and the fuel cell. Really cool. The KC headlights. Very, very nicely detailed. Love the black and red on that. These trucks roll really nice too. All these vehicles are rolling really well. Nice and straight. Why don't we check out this awesome Ford? Wow. That's a nice fox body Mustang with some terrific details. Check out how they did those tail lights. Very authentic. Beautiful mag wheels. Tons of detail all the way around. And even under the hood. Got that very aggressive hood scoop. Well, I guess it's not really a hood scoop, but leaving room for a very large modified engine under there. Nice work on the transparent headlights. These are not painted on. These are actual transparent pieces with tons of detail in the grid work. A really nice base with a lot of detail. Nice fat tires on the back. It looks like they're the same width actually as the front. At first glance they look like they were wider, but they are a nice aggressive thick tread for this racing Mustang. Let's go to the Fire Am now. Really nice yellow pinstriping all the way around on this car with those awesome graphics and amazing Goodyear tires. Traditional Trans Am wheels. Nice detailed base. This is not a new casting. We've seen this one many times in the past, but I always seem to pick it up. It's just one of my favorites. I do like my Pontiacs as well. Check out the detail under there. Hood closes. Beauty. And now for this interesting old car. The old Plymouth Fury. Another casting we've seen quite often now lately. Never in orange though. Got the orange taxi here. Check out that little taxi light on the roof, the yellow taxi. It's actually transparent. Let's see if we can get some details on there. RA22422 City Taxi. I bet you if you Google that you'd find all the information specific to this car, so you don't go on too long of a hunt if you're looking for that information. I would have done that for the video, but I like to keep these videos moving from casting to casting. So if it does interest you, of course, you can always check that out on your own accord. Next, let's look at the custom GMC van. All its custom mods, sun visor, roof spoiler, front lower valence, fender flares, zoomy exhaust pipes out the sides, and of course those sweet graphics. This is a really heavy piece. Of course, all Greenlight are all metal. And this one we first saw as the A-Team van with all these additional custom parts, that is. We've seen it previously without all the custom parts. This is more of a standard off-the-line stock van, but check out the paint on these things. I mean, you can see the full reflection of this latest GMC in the A-Team's black deep gloss paint. And one other favorite, although I found actually there's a couple vehicles with all these mods on them. This is one of my favorites as well. This was from the Hobby Shop series quite a few series ago. It's an older model now, older paint job I guess on this model, but I really like the graphics and paint job on that one, so I thought I'd just pull it out to show you guys some of my favorite custom GMC vans. Next up, the Vista Cruiser, another big favorite of mine. Looks like it has an opening hood. The hood is a separate cast piece. It does not open, but the tailgate drops down really cleverly and nicely, revealing that interior. Big mag wheels, official pace car, lots of information on there. Medical director, a nice detailed chassis on that one. So, well, while I have it in my hand, I'll just show this previous. I've reviewed this one previously, I believe. If not, maybe I was saving it for this video and I'd already opened it. But essentially, these are very similar. It does not have the medical director. Different ears, that's why. I mean, there are definitely full recreations of cars that were seen at the 500, Indianapolis 500. One is May 27th, 1972. The other is May 30th, 1970. There's your difference. So they obviously had a new station wagon after 1970, and there's the 72. Here is probably my favorite Vista Cruiser I've seen so far from Greenlight. I really like this ambulance. They would have put a stretcher in here for an emergency racetrack injury or something like that. Probably fold that back seat down flat. But it's got the Whaler on the hood, on the roof. I mean, it's got a clear light on the back of the roof. It does not have a license plate. You can see there's two pinholes there where Greenlight often applies a license plate as a separate piece. Got little tires coming off the rim, but I can fix that no problem. And I really like the woody graphics on this. Really nice job with the wood grain, simulated wood grain that was on these cars back in the day. The ambulance. So that's all of the vehicles I have for my Greenlight Hobby exclusive line of cars that, as I said, are available typically online unless you have a really well stocked hobby shop, local diecast shop or something like that in your town, which I do not. And anyways, you'll see oftentimes in my backgrounds, just an added bonus here, the Route 66 15 diecast collector's pack. This is a vintage piece that I did review in a video many moons ago, and it's just a really nice backdrop versus having all the Hot Wheels to keep everything themed with Greenlight. And it's got some really nice cars in there, so you're going to see that in a lot of my backgrounds for Greenlight videos. Just kind of makes a nice fallback display, but if you wanted just a quick little sneak peek at these cars again, check them out. This is an older pack. There's a believe, no, that wasn't the Chase. There is a Chase in here. You got the exclusive Route 66 2011 Ford Shelby GT 500. Some more really nice vehicles. Check out, there's the Plymouth Trail Duster up in the top right. I really like that casting. And a Green Machine 1988 Ford Mustang GT. What year is this package from, I wonder? Might as well tell you since I'm looking at it. On the back, big long story about Main Street of America, and this was released in 2010, so this is almost 10 years old, guys. Nice pack if you can find it still. Lots of cool cars in there. Anyways, hope you enjoy this video. Happy hunting!